Today's game is brought to you in HD by EA Sports and Madden NFL 11. Welcome to Jet Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Gus Johnson along with Chris Collinsworth. An exhibition contest coming up between the Bills and the Jets. Who do you see as the key players for this matchup, Chris?
Well, Gus, I've got my eyes on the two quarterbacks in this one. I had a chance to talk to both of these guys, obviously guys that have experience in this situation. They've been here before, and yet it's always so interesting. You can see a different look in their eyes when they're warming up. You know that they know the significance of these matchups, and it just adds another level of excitement to the football game. When you're talking about this kind of talent on the field, this should be a really good one. I know you're excited. I'm excited. Let's get it going.
Interesting, Chris. Great storyline here today, and we'll follow that storyline as this game moves on. The Bills will set up shop at the 28-yard line. Here's the long bomb.
I tell you, you have to have a pretty strong arm quarterback to play with this wide receiver because he has the ability to get down the field in a hurry.
The big gain through the air sets up the offense with another 1st and 10. Jackson on the run.
The defense filled up all the gaps. The back was looking for somewhere to run, but by bringing the run blitz, they took away all the holes and stopped them for a minimal gain.
He gets another carry. Lester was there for the stop. Gets 5 on the run. And so it will be 3rd down. So it's 3rd down. The offense will need about 4 yards to pick up the first. Edwards will hand it off.
Yeah, great defense at the point of attack, but also very impressive the pursuit to the ball. They were all coming there.
They call on the field goal unit. This one 53 yards away. The kick is off target. They'll set up shop at the 43-yard line. Gives it off.
And I really like the discipline of this defense. You never see these guys trying to do too much. They control their gaps, and that time there was nowhere to go.
They spot the rock on the 42-yard line. Short throw to the right. He's tackled at the 47-yard line.
Patience for a wide receiver is just so key. He's able to manipulate that defense, set them up one play, come back with the exact same look, and break off of it the next. Beautifully run.
The stop was made by Kavika Mitchell.
And that's an area where he excels. He works his way through his progressions quickly and doesn't hesitate when he sees a receiver break free in coverage.
He's searching for a receiver. Leotis McKelvin was there to bring him down.
It's tough to pay too much attention to a running back in the passing game because at least half the time they're staying in the block. So when they do slip out, occasionally they can hit you for a big play.
Hit hard as he throws.
And if he can get just a little bit more time, there are guys running open down the field. The pressure is getting close, but it's not there. He should take a fraction longer to make that throw.
Has a man to his right. Little flip.
And that's simply good design and execution on the pattern. They work hard all week in practice to make sure that on game day, they have that timing down perfectly.
Dumps it out left.
They brought the blitz that time, didn't get there, but did throw off the timing of the play to get the incompletion.
They'll call on the field goal unit here for this long field goal. This kick will be from about 41 yards out. The kick is good. Folk will be kicking off. Jackson is back to receive the kick. And he gets the ball at the 5. He gets out to the 28-yard line. Edwards with the give. A pickup of 5. Second down. Second down and 5 to go. They'll give it off here. He's brought down at the 38.
The defense is so focused on trying to make offenses one-dimensional and take away the run. Anytime you see a gain of 6 yards and a first down, that's pretty impressive.
It's a quarterback sack.
That was impressively done by the Jets.
Following the sack, it's now second and long. Still looking for an open man.
Good pressure that time, and they forced a bad throw. Not much he could have done with the pocket collapsing like that.
We've got a third and long here. Good coverage downfield. He's dropped down at the 17.
And when you get a wide receiver with that kind of talent on the outside, he is a threat to take it all the way on any play.
So it's now 1st and 10 after the big pass play. Handoff up the middle.
Well, that time the outside linebacker came on the run blitz. They got some penetration and shut down the play.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Ball is on the 15. Hammered in the backfield.
Did you see how fast that linebacker was on that one? Not only did he recognize it, but when he did recognize it, he had the explosiveness to get there.
They line up at the 17. Searching for an open man. Johnson was the intended receiver. It's 4th down. This will be a 34-yard field goal attempt. The kick is no good. The Jets will start this drive at the 24-yard line. Green on the inside handoff. Just about 3 yards there. That brings up 2nd down. Gives it to the back. And the tackle was made by Paul Posluszny. Green runs for a 4-yard pickup. The offense needs about 3 yards to get the first here on 3rd down. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. We've played a quarter. The score is 3-0. It's 4th down. The Jets ready to punt this one away. He's hit and dropped at the 28-yard line. This offense was frustrated after their last drive ended with a missed field goal. Surveys the field. He's wrestled down at the 33. Short pass goes for about 5.
Yeah, very safe, simple play, hitting the underneath receiver for a solid gain.
He rolls out to the right. Right through his hands. He almost had the pick. No completion that time, and it'll bring up third down. From their own 33-yard line. He lets it go. Lee Evans was the intended receiver on the play. Fourth down. The Bills lining up to punt. He angles it out of bounds at the 43. They had to punt it away on their previous drive. He rolls out to his right. He's brought down at the 43-yard line. So they'll face a 2nd and 10. Ball on the 43. Hands it to the back. Green picks up about 4 yards on the carry. Third down, 6 yards to the first. Dumps it short. He's tackled at the 43-yard line.
Nice play that time. The defense came with the blitz there. He made a good read, delivered a nice ball in there to the open man.
And we'll have a first down and 10. Looks left. Here's a short pass.
Good job by the offense that time. Really nothing there down the field. He just takes a little completion and keeps moving the ball.
They're looking at 2nd down and 6. They spot it on the 39. Looking for a man. Hauls it in. Jericho Cotchery makes his first catch of the game. First down and 10. Green will run it again. It's a gain of 8. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Two, maybe 2.5 yards from the goal line now. Good coverage downfield. Comes down with it. Touchdown! The Jets score the game's first touchdown.
Just a great route that time. No way that he wasn't going to catch that football and score with that one. That was beautiful.
Nick Folk is good on the point after. Folk will send this one deep. Jackson is deep, looking to return the kickoff. Jackson will take off from the 8. Flag down. First time we've seen one today.
Flipping by the receiving team. First down.
The Bills will begin this drive at the 20. Here's the give. Harris drops him for a loss to the 16-yard line. Up the middle. He's dropped down at the 24-yard line. Jackson racks up 5 on the run. He takes a hard hit as he throws.
The Jets did an excellent job tackling and keeping things in front of them on that series to force the 3 and out.
It's 4th down. The Bills are lining up to punt it away. He muffed the punt. Gets to about the 34 and is stopped. Goes through his progression.
Pass rush almost got there that time, and he has to feel a little lucky that that ball just fell harmlessly to the turf.
So they have it at the 34. Under heavy pressure. Gets it off and he takes a hit.
When you get that kind of pressure, a lot of times the play will result in something worse than just an incompletion.
Finds a way to get rid of it as he's hit.
And they really forced him to throw that one before he had a chance to read the coverage. You know, typically when they blitz, you end up in one-on-one coverage, but you have to have time to throw the ball.
And watch out, they're going to bring the heat right here. They catch him at the 32-yard line.
The offense really needs to get something going on this series. Maybe even just a field goal on the board is enough to get them jump-started. The Bills are simply getting stuffed on nearly every rushing attempt. They need to get a spark somehow because this just does not bode well for them.
Gets it away. He's wrestled down at the 42.
The Bills are doing a pretty good job in the passing game. The receivers are finding some space in the secondary, and the ball is getting there on time.
Throws the deep pass. It's intercepted.
They needed a drive down the field and some points on the board there. Instead, they send their defense right back out in a bad situation. They are asking a lot of them now.
There's a battle for it. Buffalo got it. The Bills win the battle. They get the takeaway. Feeds it to the back. And he's tackled at the 32-yard line. Nice run, a pickup of 8.
You know, one of the dangers of blitzing is that if you can break that first line of the defense, now you just don't have the pursuit in behind it to stop the run.
Give to the tailback. He's brought down at the 31.
And they really ran right into the blitz. That's a time that a veteran quarterback should have changed the play at the line of scrimmage. You could see the blitz coming. He didn't audible and only came away with a short gain.
Jackson gets the call. He's wrestled down at the 25.
Nice hold that time by the offensive line and a good burst by the back to take advantage of it, pick up 6 yards and a first down.
Come on, y'all, let's get going.
Hammered as he lets it go.
The Bills are picking up nice yardage just about every time they go to the air. I'm not sure what's happening with the defense right now, but they seem a little out of sorts.
He's dropped down at the 11. They get 3 yards on the play. Second down. And they line up at the 10. And the snap goes right to the back.
You know, you can draw up any sort of protection scheme and blocking scheme that you want. But ultimately, this game comes down to one big man against another big man. And that time, the defense's big men, they won the battle.
Chad Jackson was his intended target. They call on the field goal unit here. This will be a 31-yard field goal try. Deflects off the upright. It's no good. Still looking for an open man. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. That's a first down right there. Might want to play them a little tighter. Maybe even go to the man coverage.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to play a zone coverage against this quarterback. He does a great job in recognition, and that time you could see him move the zone defense just a little with his eyes before he threw it in there. Only gained about 4 yards on that play, but sometimes as an offense, as long as it's not a negative play, it's a positive play.
Searching for an open man. Edwards makes his third grab. The Jets will take their final timeout. They line the ball up at the 39. He's going to throw it. He's brought down at the 44-yard line.
If you're going to try and stop a tight end from catching those types of balls, you have to get physical with him at the line of scrimmage. If you give him free releases, he's going to wear you out.
New York will get it first here in the second half. Fumble on the play.
You can almost feel the air being sucked out of a stadium whenever a ball hits the ground on special teams. Everybody goes, Well, those defenders get paid too, and every once in a while they win the battle. Clearly that time they were all over this offensive line.
Again, he'll get the call.
Nothing makes a defensive coordinator cringe more than seeing that kind of run, because then it sets up the play action, and there's almost no way to stop an offense if you can't stop the run and you have to deal with play action.
Again with the run.
Well, that was the perfect time for them to call a blitz. They got in there, filled up all the gaps, brought down the running back for a short gain.
Green gets another carry. The referee is going to have to dig to the bottom of this pile to see who came away with it.
He used that big old body of his to shield everybody else off the football, and he won that battle.
Rex Ryan doesn't like the call on the field, so he's going to have them take another look at it.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is overturned.
It's a 3rd and 5 situation. Looks like the offense is a little excited down there.
Offense, still 3rd down.
And we'll replay 3rd down.
3rd down is tough enough in the NFL, but when you start adding yardage to it, boy, it gets even tougher.
He leaps. What a catch! Keller is able to make his 4th reception. Now we have a 1st down and 10 to go. Green gets a handoff to the right. They pick up a chunk of about 6 yards. That brings up 2nd down. So 2nd down, the offense needs about 4 for the 1st. He'll get it again.
There are just some guys in this league that you have to run away from, but the danger in that is you run away from him and he uses his speed to catch you from behind.
They'll line up again on 3rd down. Here's the pass. Dustin Keller with his 5th grab of the game. Handoff up the middle. LaDainian Tomlinson picks up a first down, and I think that was his very first carry of the ball game. New York looks to take a commanding 3-score lead here. They'll go with the run once again. Touchdown! J-E-T-S! Jets, Jets, Jets! The Jets take it 60 yards in 7 plays.
LaDainian Tomlinson is one of my favorite players in the league. He brings a spark to this offense, and you can see it on plays like that. He just has it.
Nick Folk tacks on the extra point. Folk will be kicking off. Jackson gets it at the 2. He's hit and dropped at the 27.
The Bills are in a dangerous territory right now. This one's gotten a little out of hand, but a touchdown on this series, maybe your defense gets a little momentum going. The Bills continue to get beat off the ball. Their linemen look tired. They are physically outmatched, and it's beginning to take a toll on these runners. I'm not sure how many more times they want to carry the ball.
Flips it out short to his left. Lee Evans was the intended receiver. He's dragged down on the play. Well, now they'll be faced with a 4th down situation.
The key to playing defense is getting good penetration. If you can make that quarterback move around sometimes, even if you don't get to him like they did on that play, you can still disrupt an offense.
It's 4th and long now after the sack. Kotchery gets the ball at the 36.
I'm thinking he should have fair caught that one. He was hit almost immediately after bringing that one in. Maybe he was thinking that the punter had outkicked his coverage. Wrong.
So the Rock sits at the 42. Has a man short to his left. He's dropped down at the 47-yard line. He's searching for a receiver. He's wrestled down at the 46-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 46. Looks like someone on the offense tried to get an early start.
Offense. Repeat, first down.
And that will back this one up.
Penalties like that sometimes will split a huddle. You'll get half the guys patting you on the back and saying that's okay, and the other half are looking at you like, you idiot.
That'll make it 2nd down with 10 to go. Ball on the 46-yard line. Dumps it out right. And he's knocked out at the 30. Jericho Cotchery now with 4 catches in the game. Dumps it out left. Caught out of bounds, incomplete. Tony Richardson was the intended receiver on the play. This one might have been a false start on the offense. Let's get the call.
Repeat, 2nd down.
Well, that's more than a little humiliating for an offensive lineman. Unfortunately, there's nowhere to hide after one of those. And, yeah, they know national television is going to be talking about them as well.
Third down once again. Let's see if they can convert this one. He rolls out to the right. He's off target on the pass. Incomplete. The defender gets a hand on it, and that will bring up 4th down.
Just terrific play by the defense. They followed the quarterback's eyes, made a quick jump on the ball, and were all over that one.
Wide right. That one never had a chance. Looks left. Here's a short pass. And they can't complete the first down pass attempt. 2nd down coming up. Passes it downfield. And it's tipped away. Roscoe Parrish was his intended target. Rolls to his right. Shaun Ellis records his second sack of the game. So after the sack, it's now 4th down and long. And that's the end of the third quarter. The score is 17-0. The Bills are looking at a 3-possession deficit as we start the fourth quarter. Looking for a man. He jumps and brings it down.
Yeah, he scored a few style points with that one, but more importantly, they pick up the first down.
Excellent gain through the air will set them up with another 1st down and 10. We're going to have a pileup on this one. New York has the football. The Jets come away with the football.
He used that big old body of his to shield everybody else off the football, and he won that battle.
The Jets will set up shop at the 20-yard line. Green on the right side. Green runs for a 4-yard pickup. They line up at the 23. They give it off here.
Very effective call that time by the defensive coordinator, bringing the outside linebacker a terrific way to give your defense some help in stopping the run.
Here's the throw.
Oops. That was just superior play calling that time on the offense. They sucked the defense in with the play action and got it in behind.
They line up at the 49. Moves to his right. 2nd down coming up after the incomplete pass. They'll face 2nd down and 10. On the ground with the tailback. Green gets 3 yards on the carry. They line up at the 46. Goes through his progression. It's fourth down. The Jets line up to punt. The ball goes into the end zone. Touchback. He'll take over at the 20. Edwards hands it off straight ahead. I am a little surprised with that call.
No, at this point in the game, when you know that not only is the defense working against you, but so is the clock, a run call here probably is not a very good idea.
Lee Evans was the intended receiver. Good coverage downfield. Chad Jackson was the intended receiver on the play.
Just missed that time, bringing him down for a sack, but great pressure to force an incompletion.
They line up at the 27. Opts for a short throw. And he's tackled at the 29-yard line.
Tough choice there. Do you kick the field goal or try and keep that drive alive and get in the end zone? Well, that time they got neither.
Still looking for an open man. He's brought down at the 22. Green with his third reception. They go with the run. Edwards makes his fifth stop of the game on that play. He doesn't get back to the line.
And it looked like this defensive line just beat him off the snap. Sometimes those guys can time out the quarterback's cadence. And if the quarterback doesn't start changing that snap count, his offensive line is going to really struggle.
It's no good. Missed it to the right. Rolling out to his right. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. Evans makes his third catch of the game. Looking for a man. No completion that time, and it'll bring up third down. Gets the pass off. The pass is broken up. What a play. Chad Jackson was his intended target. And they keep the offense out there on fourth down. He rolls out to his right. The Jets will start this drive at the 34. Green, the ball carrier. Green gets 3 yards on the play. They'll keep it on the ground again.
And so many times you hear offensive coordinators criticized because they don't try to run the football enough. Well, when you get stuffed in the backfield like that, you understand why they would rather call the pass play.
Here's a 3rd and 9 situation. They're on their 33. On the ground left side. A conservative call on 3rd down, Chris.
Yeah, but you do gamble if you put the ball in the air in that situation. I think right now the coach is saying I have more faith in my defense to make some stops than my offense to convert that play.
And the kick is good. That attempt didn't look like it had a chance.
Yeah, he worked that one over the bar, didn't he? You could see the body language and the tilt. He was trying to squeeze, and it just made a good kick.
And here is the drive summary brought to you by Verizon. Cam's under it. He will start from his own 5. They failed to convert on 4th down the last time they had the ball. Edwards with the toss, and he makes it out to about the 27-yard line. The pass is away, and the pass is incomplete.
Trent Edwards has a reputation as a bit of a wild thrower. Sometimes, I don't know, maybe it looks like he's almost aiming the ball. If he just relaxes and just goes back to the fundamentals of his mechanics, I think he'd be fine.
Going up top. It is an incomplete pass.
Trent Edwards is not the most accurate passer in the league. He lets balls get away from him sometimes, and occasionally they're fairly easy completions.
Looks like they're going for it here on 4th down. Hit as he throws.
Big time play by the defense. Let's see if it gives them a little added boost here the rest of the way.
He's searching for a receiver. He's wrestled down at the 19. Santonio Holmes makes his 3rd catch of the game. And 2 yards away here on 2nd down. Hit and drop behind the line. Here's a look at today's red zone numbers, made possible by Old Spice Body Wash, the greatest smell in the NFL. And now it's time to take a look at this game's top performers, brought to you by Gatorade. Third down now. They'll need a couple of yards to convert for a first down. Green, left side, and he's tackled at the 12.
In the NFL, if you can run the ball for 7 yards and a first down, it just puts so much pressure on the defense because now they have to play the run and they have to play the pass.
He's still moving forward.
Well, they brought the blitz that time. The offensive line did a pretty good job recognizing it. They got the blocks, but the back was still able to get out of there for a nice gain.
They'll line up 3 yards out now. Green gets it on the inside.
Well, that's what happens when defensively you get every gap covered. There is simply nowhere to go with the football. No chance for the running back that time.
They'll line up on the 5-yard line. That'll do it from the Meadowlands. Highlights are coming up. Here's today's Swagger Player of the Game, presented by Old Spice Deodorant. Smell like a man. Man. Here's one for the highlight reel. It's the Doritos Crunch Time Play of the Game.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports and Madden NFL 11.